Hey, this hangout on air is live.
All right.
Hooray. If you're just tuning in, thank you for coming to this special episode of PaulCast for Awesome. We're going to be highlighting some charity video. No, we're not going to do that. That's not what we're doing. This is a different live show. Different live show. Not that one. But thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. I forgot to turn off the video in the background, so that just went off in my ear. Ow. Whoops.
Oh no.
Whoops. It's okay. I mean, I'm operating on like 3 hours of sleep, so I'm doing pretty well so far.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play my theme song here, and then I'm going to introduce you, my special guest. Let's see if I can get this to work. Theme song? And that's enough of that. If you are listening to the podcast rather than watching this show, then you may not know that I'm wearing a bright pink shirt and a couple of HIPS badges here because this is the charity that I did my video for Project for Awesome. If you go to Project for Awesome and search for HIPS space DC, you will find my video, or you can just look at the featured videos on the front page because it's there. It's amazing. Can't believe it. I am joined on this special occasion, this special P4A live show, by my friend who can introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. My name's Christy, tirlen on YouTube.
And welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm so glad we were able to schedule something at some point in the year that worked out before 2016. That's excellent. I know that I just asked you before we went live, but I can't remember your answer. Have you been watching any of the Project for Awesome?
Yeah, I've been tuning in here and there. Just whenever I get a chance, I'll watch for like half an hour. So,
were there any videos or charities or people in the P4A that you particularly liked?
I really liked Magic Cat Jenny's Heifer International.
Heifer International.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she has represented that charity, I want to say 4 or 5 years in a row, maybe even longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's very good at making P4A videos, and she provides them with a lot of good support and advocacy. It's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very cool. So I haven't known you that long.
Not really.
I want to say, did I meet you online before or after VidCon this summer?
I'm pretty sure it was after.
Okay.
I feel like I saw you on someone else's channel and then subscribed to you, and that's how we met.
I mean, that's possible. I like to be guest star on as many channels as I can.
Yeah.
I'm on NFI. I was on Kelly Kitagawa's channel.
Oh, it was Kelly's video. It was the Canadian one.
Was it?
The Canada one, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is excellent. I'm glad for that.
Mm-hmm.
And yourself, how long have you been on YouTube?
I just hit 5 years on YouTube. Actually, yeah.
You are twice my YouTube age.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm a relative baby to YouTube, honestly, but I'm enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, for sure.
As you may be able to tell. I know that when I discovered you, I was immediately impressed by, you have a dry sense of humor, very smart, and I like the fact that you're willing to talk about social issues from the perspective of somebody in the rainbow community, how those things affect you. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
What got you into YouTube?
I started out very much as a fangirl. Like, I found Charlie McDonnell, and he was like, I loved everything about Charlie McDonnell. It was really bad, but from him I found like Vlogbrothers and stuff, and I kind of realized like I could do this. It's not that far of a stretch. I had a camera, and I went for it, and my first channel was a collab with a couple of friends, and yeah.
Are those friends still YouTubing?
No, neither of them are. That collab channel like died in like 2011, and they haven't started their own channels. So
I mean, 2011, that was before even any of the good stuff came along, really.
yeah. Long time ago.
I'm just keeping an eye on the Project for Awesome website, and it looks like they have moved on to featuring Ingrid Nielsen's charity video,
yeah.
which is hilarious because it's
great one.
The thumbnail and the title are just they're so perfect for getting attention.
Yeah, they really are.
Ingrid pointing at the screen saying "Your vagina matters." It's brilliant. It's a video for Conscious. That's really nice. It's really cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I'm glad it's getting featured.
I was mentioning on Twitter earlier that, again, I'm a baby. I have not been around for very long, but I feel like I've made some really good connections on YouTube, and apparently I have chosen people who are well engaged, because I know like 30%, 40% of the people who've been featured on the live stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, I don't know her very well, but I know Rosianna a little bit. Mm-hmm. I know. Try to scroll here. Can I scroll? Here we go. I know Yolanda, who did the Define American charity.
Right.
Sante, she was in there. Mm-hmm. Oh, they only keep the last like 8 rats. Well, there were a lot more. There were a lot more that I knew.
Yeah.
I just don't remember off the top of my head. I was in there for a moment. I guess I'm gone now. My 15 minutes of fame are over.
Yeah.
Did you make any donations to the Project for Awesome, or try to go for any of those perks?
I did the Nerd Fighter art perk, and I've been kind of thinking about doing more. They've been announcing more and more perks, so it's like I don't want to do it too quickly, and then there's something new that I'm interested in, And
then you won't have any money left to get it.
Exactly.
No, I know the feeling. I went for the Hank's 25 Dirty Jokes video perk.
Yes.
Like $7.
That's great.
I wanted to contribute a little bit during the first half for the 2 charities there, Children in Need and the refugee charity, because it's like important charities. But I also want some money to go to the nerd fighters who've contributed videos to their charities, and that started like 3 hours ago. So I'm gonna be donating again today or tomorrow for some perk that comes along. I'm not sure which one yet, but I definitely want to get in on that.
Right, definitely.
I do like the Pets of YouTube calendar. I mean,
that's pretty amazing.
It's so they're so cute. They're so cute.
It's way better than like YouTubers' faces, like pets. So great.
Yeah, who cares about YouTubers? I feel maybe it wasn't P4A, but I feel like I saw some fundraising thing on YouTube where they had YouTubers like dressed up skimpily in the calendar, like a very traditional skimpy dress up calendar. It was a couple of years ago, and it made me uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable. Don't do that.
No.
Don't like that.
I don't think that was P4A. That was probably something.
I hope it wasn't. I hope it was something else. I hope it was like a playlist fundraiser or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that, something that's been happening this P4A, which I guess they always do, but I've just kind of noticed it this year, is that they have some perks that really feel like they're aiming for the teen and preteen market, but they're expensive.
I noticed that, yeah.
Like the $100 Polaroids from Dan and Phil. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who are in their 20s and older who would be interested in that as a perk. Right. So that means that they're pretty much targeting teens, and $100 is not a.
That's significant, yeah. The same with the Tyler Oakley beanbag, like.
Yes. Yes, the Tyler Oakley beanbag. I wonder how they come up with the audiences that they're targeting for these perks, because that's essentially targeting a Tyler Oakley stalker. Is what that's targeting. So maybe you have to be willing to spend a significant amount of money, and it hasn't gone yet. I think it's still available as a perk.
Yeah.
And then was it Troy Sivan just put up a recent perk where there's Instagram photos of him on like collectible metal sheets.
I don't think I saw that.
I was listening to the Project for Awesome live stream while I was taking a shower before this show, so they just announced it. It's that recent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how much it's going for. I don't know what the price range is, but at least it's something where the materials themselves and the construction of it kind of justifies it being a bit of a more expensive perk.
Right. Yeah.
Get that? I can get that. When things are a little bit cheaper, like I respect when like Hank is going to just do scribbles, and the scribbles are a couple bucks, and that's a fantastic perk for like a kid who's watching who wants to contribute, or somebody who just doesn't
Right.
have a lot of money and wants to contribute. That's great. I like that.
Mhm.
It's the expensive ones. If the expensive ones are targeted for adults, no problem. If the expensive ones are targeted for kids, I feel weird about it. Not too
Right.
bad because it's all charities, but it's a little weird.
It is a little weird. I agree.
Have you worked with charities yourself?
Not as much as I'd like to. I was in Girl Scouts in like high school and stuff, and we would do some charity work. And there's a really cool organization in my area that does stuff every Thanksgiving that I've been wanting to get involved in, but it's just I'm so busy. It's hard.
Are you this busy at this time of year just because it's the end of the school year? Or do you normally have more time in your life?
Um, yeah, school is probably a really big part of it, but also like I'm applying for internships right now and all kinds of stuff, working on web series.
Working on web series.
Did you not know about my web series?
I'm not sure if I did.
Oh,
Tell the viewers about your web series, please.
well, okay. My web series is called The Late Nell Avery, and it's like a vlog style format. It's this girl named Cassie who's like convinced that her apartment is haunted. And so she leaves a camera on overnight to try to catch the ghost in action. But then the ghost sees the camera and starts like doing her own vlogs. So it's like this back and forth. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Is it already live?
Yeah, there's 31 episodes up so far.
Holy mo! Okay, I definitely did not know about this. 31
Yeah.
episodes.
Been
I'm
going
gonna have
on
to check
for like
this
a
out.
year. Yeah.
Wow. And say again what the name of the series is?
The late.
The Late. Sorry, I missed that. The Late what?
Oh, The Late Nell Avery.
The Late Nell Avery. Got
Yes.
it. I will check that out. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Um, are you getting into the Christmas spirit?
I'm starting to, yeah. I'm home for the holidays right now, and so everything's all decorated. It's a lot of fun.
It's nice when the parental units can take care of some of the decoration for you.
Yeah.
It's
Although
kind of like
I'm kind of sad to miss out on like decorating the tree and stuff with my family.
oh,
Yeah, but I'm here now, so.
that's good.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to get into the spirit because basically because of global warming. It's harder and harder for me to get into the spirit
Yeah.
until
For
it's
sure.
like actually
Yeah.
cold.
I mean, I live in Texas. It's like 75 outside right now, so.
Yikes. But Texas is generally warm.
Yeah.
Generally always been warm. I mean, have you had white Christmases?
Not on Christmas. We get like one snow every like 3 years, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of my longest term girlfriends was from the Dallas Fort Worth area, and
Mhm.
and she basically I don't think she had a white Christmas until she moved to the DC area.
Yeah.
And it's always fun. It seems like if you're used to a snowy winter, it seems like such a natural thing, and then people come to visit from places where they just don't have that, and they
Yeah.
flip out at the snow. It's so great to me.
Oh yeah, I like freak out whenever there's snow. It's so cool.
I mean, I get very happy about it, but it's not like it's a surprise to me.
Right, yeah.
But I miss it. I haven't during my letters to Santa series last year. I thought that I'd be going through the entire month of December without any snow, but we did get some snow about midway through the month, so I was able to take some footage of that.
Mhm.
This year, I mean, it's December 12th, and it's still like dry as a bone out there. It's warm,
Oh.
it's sunny.
Mhm.
I can still see green grass. That's so weird for me.
Wow.
Of course, there are some of my YouTube friends who are from Australia,
Oh
and
yeah.
they, I guess they don't have any concept of a white Christmas.
No, definitely not.
It's been really great for me during this P4A to see how many people that I am connected with who do feel really engaged with the community at large, with working with charities and supporting those. I made a good group of friends here, and they're from all over.
Mhm.
That's really cool to see.
That's awesome. Yeah.
How about you? Have you been making very many connections on YouTube these past 5 years?
Early on, I actually had like a really hard time making internet friends. I don't know what it was, but like my two friends who were doing videos with me, like they were making friends, and I was like, where are the friends? I don't have any. But that's definitely improved a lot. And going to VidCon is like huge for me for making friends, like actually getting to interact with people in person. So
That's
I'm getting
cool.
more and more connected.
Good. How many VidCons have you attended?
3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I've missed you at 2 of them. I had no idea that you were there.
Yeah.
I was actually
Next year.
Yes. I will see you there next year, and we shall say
Absolutely.
hello in person, face to face.
Good.
I was actually just talking with a friend of mine who also has a YouTube channel, who does mental health support and advocacy videos. Really, really great. And she wasn't sure if she wanted to go to VidCon. She was thinking about it, but I was having a hard time trying to figure out how to describe how to sell it as a positive thing.
Right.
My first year I went to VidCon, I was like, I know that there's a group of people who join up on Facebook, Lone Wolves, and I wasn't part of that group, but I was very much flying solo anyway. But I made a lot of friends. I made like dozens of friends my first VidCon who stuck with me as friends throughout the year, and that was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think I put too much onus on myself, too much of a expectation on myself to have a great VidCon this year, and it did not go well for me. I did not have a fun time.
Oh, that's too bad.
And it's nothing to do with VidCon. It's nothing to do with other people. It was all just like internal stuff in my head that made it just bad news bears for me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like reset now. I'm reset back to being anticipating going to next VidCon pretty much on my own, flying solo, but like, expecting to see people there that I know, like yourself, and say hi.
Right.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard for me to convey to my friend who does these videos. It was hard for me to convey like what keeps me coming back, despite the fact that I had a bad year in 2015. I'm not in the slightest deterred from going back to VidCon again for next year.
Right.
It feels like I can see the community that I want to be a part of more easily. Like there's literal physical representations of the community I want to be a part of all around me at VidCon.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like the creator track really helped with that. Like that was huge for me.
The creator track was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a old school VidCon attendee like yourself.
Yeah.
So the first VidCon I went to was already pretty huge 2 years ago.
True.
It didn't really feel like cozy and casual. It felt like a big con, a big convention.
Mm-hmm.
This year, when there was the creator track, and you could just go upstairs to the 3rd floor and just hang out, and it was just other creators, other people who were interested in growing their own channel and issues about YouTube. That was my jam. I like that.
Yeah, that was the creator track made it feel more like old VidCon, because the first VidCon I went to was in 2012. And I could just like walk around and like spot like half of the people there were creators that I have watched. And like when I first got to VidCon this year, it was just like I felt like I didn't know anyone. And then I got to like the creator track in our like floor, and it was like, okay, this is the VidCon I remember. It's really nice.
That is nice. That's exactly the sort of feeling that I want to convey to people who are on the fence about it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I can see over in the P4A that I think that's Hank Green talking with Ingrid, which is probably why they featured her video.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Greyhound Lemon.
Oh, I love Lemon.
Me too. I mean, just like the calendar, I am a big fan of all the YouTubers' pets. Megan Tondas' pet, Wheezy Waiter's pet dog.
Yes.
Oh, they're all such cuties.
Mm-hmm. I'm planning on doing a video with my dogs, so
Excellent.
some more YouTuber pets to love.
Yay! What kind of dog do you have?
I have 2 dogs. One is like a spaniel mix, and the other one is half Australian Shepherd, half Chihuahua.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So like the Spaniel I would think of as kind of like chill, but the Australian Shepherd and Chihuahua, those are dogs that want to like do stuff.
He's an interesting dog. He's yeah.
Does he do the Australian Shepherd herding thing where he tries to like nip at your heels and get you to go places?
He'll like poke you in the ankle with his nose. Especially like when he's ready to eat, he'll start like herding my dad to try to get food.
That's adorable.
It's great.
That's amazing. Oh, I saw earlier on Twitter, and I think I retweeted it too, that apparently Sam Pepper just can't be quiet.
Oh dear.
He just can't cut it out. During this Project for Awesome weekend, he created a fundraiser, something like delete Sam Pepper's channel, by contributing enough money for him to do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
so his goal is to raise $1.5 million, I think. And he's just taking donations from people to do it. And he says that if he gets that money, he'll delete his channel.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can't deny it's a good goal. It's a good charity. Yeah. but the fundraising for it is just so ugly.
That's painful.
Are you familiar with Sam Pepper and the other problematic YouTubers?
I've seen enough of like other people posting about him and like other people, but I haven't like gone and watched any of his videos or anything. Like,
I mean, good.
Wouldn't want to give him that ad revenue.
Likewise. For me, it was kind of not that big of a deal that Sam Pepper was so awful. I mean, like, if there's a scale of awfulness, he still apparently committed sexual assault and whatnot offline. So he's just like a despicable human being who should be taken away from people. But I had never had any sort of affection for him. I'd never had any sort of appreciation for him before I discovered that he was a problem YouTuber.
Right.
So that, yes, he's bad, but at least it didn't like hurt my personal feelings that he's bad.
Right. Yeah.
And that's opposed to other YouTubers I found out about, like Alex Day, where at one time I was a fan of Alex Day.
Yeah, same.
And like now, every time I think about that, it makes me feel so bad.
Mm-hmm. I had like posters in my room that had like I think Alex Day's face was on it and a couple of other YouTubers, and I would like put Post-it notes over them because I still wanted the other YouTubers on my wall, but I didn't want anything to do with them.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Are they still up like that with the Post-it notes on them?
They are, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I'm a little bit frazzled because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep in the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been back with your parents?
Just a few days now. And I'll be going back and forth between here and school because it's only like 45 minutes. And so I'm doing some stuff there, stuff here.
Oh, I see. Do you still have school stuff left for the year?
No, it's just like hanging out with friends, or like I'm in the band and I'm playing at some of the basketball games over the break in like a little pep band. So
cool. What do you play in the band?
I play the flute.
Oh yeah, you had said that you might be able to contribute flute to my little Christmas mashup idea.
That's the plan.
If you have time. I mean, I know what it's like to be overburdened with too much stuff on your schedule. I just this week said no to one of my friends who wanted me to help her with videography. I think next week. Yeah, like in 2 days, she wanted me to help her with some videography stuff, and I was like, I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
I barely have time to do my stuff. I can't say yes to other things. So I'm still going to help her, but I'm going to help her in January when I don't care anymore, when all the tough stuff is over.
Right, when you're not making videos every single day.
Yes. Yes. I don't know why I thought this was going to be such a breeze, but it has not been easy.
Mm-mm.
I think I've been doing all right. I don't think I've made any letters for Santa, of which I am, ashamed or even just not proud. And I have luckily gotten a couple of contributors to help out, submitting their own videos, which was really nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The big thing for me is that I was trying to make these videos every day, and then these last 24 hours. I can't believe it's only been 27 hours that the P4A has been going on, because I feel like it's been going on for weeks.
Yeah.
So much.
It is so much.
But aside from that, the big thing was that the Letters to Santa videos have been keeping me from writing out my Christmas cards that I want to do. I have a lot of Christmas cards I still need to make and send out. Boo. Boo on me. It's poor time management, really. If I had some elves, it'd be so much easier.
Yeah, there you go.
I tried putting an elf hat on my dog, but she's useless. She's useless in the toy shop.
Just like put paw prints on the cards.
That's kind of amusing, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see. Are there any things that you're looking forward to this holiday season?
I mean, I'm not really doing anything unusual. I mean, it'll just be nice to spend time with family and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have typical family traditions that you do every year?
Well, I have a new family tradition, actually, with my mom's side of the family. She has like a ton of siblings. It's like a huge family. And we've started doing the like white elephant style gift exchanges, which is really fun.
That's cool. Are you somebody who enjoys shopping, who likes finding the right gifts for the occasion?
I have had to like tone back, because I used to be so like, I had to find the perfect gift. Like they had to love it more than anything they've ever received. And I have to like cool it, because it's like so hard to find the perfect gift sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you were like Leslie Knope on Parks and Recreation.
Basically.
That is like excellent.
My giant binders of present ideas. No, that's a joke.
I would have been so impressed if that were actually the case.
I should do that now, though.
You should. I mean, I do it all online. I've got a database of gifts and Christmas cards that I give out to that I keep track of, because heaven forbid I give someone the same type of Christmas card more than once. I don't want to do that. I don't know how other people can just live with themselves with the possibility that that could happen. I can't. And that's how I started organizing myself. As I would start off by tracking which Christmas card that I give to which one of my friends each year, to make sure that I didn't give them the same one the next year. Because I buy Christmas cards in bulk. I get 20 to 40 Christmas cards of the same kind.
Right. That's so funny.
I'll tell you something I'm looking forward to for this holiday season, which is not exactly seasonal, but it is happening in the season, and that is Star Wars.
That's true.
It's in less than a week I'll be watching Star Wars.
That's so exciting. I haven't gotten a ticket yet. I need to get on that.
You do need to get on that. You might not be able to get. I mean, you might get some inconvenient showing times.
Yeah.
At this point, I was literally on the website for my local IMAX theater, which is part of the Smithsonian, on the day that they were going to be releasing the tickets, and I was just refreshing the website over and over again. It was ridiculous. It was like I was going for like a I don't know, like a 21 Pilots show or something. I just come on, Paul. But I did, and I got my ticket. I'm very excited, and I want to avoid standing in the will call line on the day. So tomorrow Sunday, tomorrow, basically as soon as the P4A is over, I'll be driving to the theater to pick up my ticket like 6 days in advance.
That's smart. The lines are going to be ridiculous.
They're going to be rough. I purposefully chose a late at night showing of Star Wars so that I can go there right after work, like 3 or 4 hours in advance, and then just like wait until I can get into the theater.
There you go. Yeah.
As I'm describing this plan of mine out loud, it sounds ridiculous. It sounds
But
ridiculous.
Star Wars, it's worth it for Star Wars.
I know. I tried to do something similar for Star Trek, but I foolishly arrived at Star Trek only 1 hour before the start time, and the line was already out of the theater. And by the time I got into the specific theater where I bought the ticket for, there were only like a few seats in the entire place. It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't experience that again. I want to be at the beginning of the line, or at least not at the end of the line.
Yeah. When I went to see the last Harry Potter movie, I had to sit in the very front row. It was very disappointing.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. I also remember having to. I think for the last Harry Potter, I also camped out like several hours before the showtime. That's right, because I remember there was the theater entrance, and then beside the theater there was like a cereal bar, and then beside that there was like an Asian food place. And I went with this woman I was seeing at the time, and we just literally just sat down on the sidewalk and waited 3 hours in advance to get into Harry Potter, the last Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
And I felt like it was a good plan, because about an hour, not even an hour, like half an hour into our waiting, the line started piling up behind us. It started getting huge.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I worked at a movie theater over the summer, and I was trying to decide if I had time to go back and pick up some hours there over like the winter break. And part of my deciding factor was that I do not want to work for the madness that is the Star Wars release. Like, it's going to be so ridiculous.
It's gonna be rough. I'm for sure. I try to be very kind and understanding of people who work in the service industry when there's something that's like a Star Wars premiere or like a Black Friday or whatever.
Right.
But even so, like, even if all of us were nice, there's going to be thousands of us trying to get into that theater.
Exactly.
Oof. Sheesh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have been a fan of your videos because of the way you do your videos and also the topic matter they just talk about. Have there ever been issues that you wanted to do a video about but have been hesitant to?
I think there's a lot of like feminism stuff that I've seen like other YouTubers get like such extreme backlash for, that it's like, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's one of the reasons why I'm very proud of, isn't quite the right word, happy about the fact that there is this movement, particularly among the YouTubers that I know in the small YouTube community, to push for things like FemTube on the first Monday of a month, where you just watch nothing but women's YouTube videos and you share those and you talk those up.
I have never heard of that.
You haven't?
No,
oh, well.
That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah. Look for the hashtag FEMTUBE. I'm pretty sure it's on the first Mondays of each month. Nice. And like Alexandria Johnson and Rowan Ellis and I think Rosianna Rojas, they all get on board and they all talk up specifically female YouTubers.
That's awesome.
And I mean, that's not like a direct combating against the sexism and I don't know, misogyny that happens on YouTube, but it is kind of like exposing everybody to the fact that there are a lot of women and you can kind of all help each other out. You're all on the same team, I guess.
Right. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Rowan who came up with the idea after the Women on YouTube workshop last VidCon. I think maybe Lex and Rosie and a couple of people who are on the actual workshop lineup themselves, they suggested that everybody stay in touch. But I feel like Rowan really just kind of like took the ball and ran with it. Made it a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's even if I remember correctly, there's even I believe a Facebook page specifically for female YouTube creators.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on that.
Okay, good. Good. I try to respect the space and stay out of it, but I know that it's there.
Yeah. I think there might be more than one, actually.
Probably.
Yeah. It's a really good space.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that I'm not doing a very good job of keeping the conversation rolling. I swear I'm better at this usually. I'm just...
That's okay.
My brain is slow.
It's Project for Awesome. It's understandable.
It's true. It's true. I wanted to say that I want to talk about... Oh, I could see over in the Project for Awesome. I got my tablet running in the corner. The Project for Awesome now has Ingrid and I think Sarah Weigel and Hannah all as guests on the Project for Awesome.
Oh, good.
Hangrid is just adorable.
I love them.
I almost, not that I begrudge her in the slightest, but I almost feel like Ingrid came out so she could date Hannah. It's like, boom, boom. It's like, oh, I kind of want to go out with her, but she doesn't know that I'm gay. By the way, I'm super gay. Can we go out? Which is cool. It's almost like a storybook romance for YouTube.
Right.
Aww.
Someone should make a picture book.
They should, and they should have it as a perk for the Project for Awesome.
There you go.
That would actually probably
do well. Yeah,
I was gonna say that's gonna do really, really well.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fans of Hangrid online. I remember what I was thinking. I was thinking that I wanted to see if I could talk about the Project for Awesome videos that were made by my friends, people that I know. If I ran out of other things I wanted to talk about during the show, because of my poor brain. So let's see here. Where did I put it? Project for Awesome. Here it is. No. Paul Friends Project for Awesome. Here we go. So I've been seeing people in my subscription feed pop up with their own Project for Awesome videos. I keep on adding them to this playlist that I've got going, and I have it highlighted on the front page of my channel. Mm-hmm. And there are 25 now. So there are 24 people that I know well enough that I can actually have a conversation with them, who all made Project for Awesome videos. I'm so proud of that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? 24 people. There's Zainab's video, which is about the careers guidance for youth and all in East Africa. It's technically her father's, but she's posted on her channel. Mm-hmm. A couple of people have done Liberty in North Korea, which is awesome.
Yeah.
As somebody who's distantly related to North Korea, I guess I'm only like 3 generations. I'm only like 1, 2. Really, I'm only 2 generations away from a North Korean family. So,
wow.
Yeah, that hits home for me.
No kidding.
Matt Palka did his video on family, career, and community leaders of America. He's always about that leadership stuff. That's so cool. Mm-hmm. Katie Steckley did a P4A on Mennonite Coalition for Refugee Support. That is cool. I like that I can say that I know, like, amidst my group of YouTube friends, I know a Mennonite who specifically vlogs about Mennonite issues.
I don't think I'm familiar with that person.
Well, she's in my playlist. You can just go check her out.
Yeah, go look it up.
Yeah. It's really cool because she, in her videos where she does talk about Mennonite culture, she'll talk about misconceptions people have, assumptions people make about those who are in the Mennonite society. Mm-hmm. Sabrina, Stakachino, who is Sabrina, did a video on the Harry Potter Alliance. Mm-hmm. 2 of my friends, like one right after the other, posted their videos about 826 National, which I know that I've heard of before, but I'd kind of like forgotten about. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. That was Rachel and Melly. Zenturo, Miriam, and Corolity, whose name might be Miriam? I didn't think about that before. They both did Project for Awesome on 350.org. That's cool. It's all about like environmental awareness and I don't know, not abusing the environment, not making the environment any worse. Mm-hmm. Ricky Pointer, of course, did a video about deaf issues, in particular ASL for deaf kids. Very cool. My friend Betty Articulations did one on Habitat for Humanity. Awesome. Taylor, It's Radish Time, did a video for Planned Parenthood.
That was a really good video.
It was a really, really good video. I like the fact that she read out like little, I guess they're not testimonials, but like little submitted comments from people who've been helped by Planned Parenthood. It really showed the breadth and importance of what Planned Parenthood does.
It's very powerful, yeah.
Very powerful. And then she has was like going crazy over, well, she was getting very anxious over getting a hold of the balloon that Hank had that had Taylor on it.
Oh, I wanted the balloon. Something about that, yeah.
She wanted the balloon just because it had her name on it. Yeah. And so she kept like tweeting at him, and then she made a hashtag called #of Balloon Quest, just trying to get this balloon. And I was there. I was there late last night. I want to say it was around 2 o'clock in the morning when she finally got a hold of Nicole Sweeney, who helped her, who works there with Pant Green and the crew, to acquire the balloon and set it aside for her. So yes, she's going to get the Taylor balloon. There has been a successful completion to the balloon quest. It's very exciting.
That's amazing. That could be a picture book.
That could it definitely could. Yeah. Yes. I'm excited to see her feature the balloon on her channel when she gets it. Because it'll be deflated at that point, but I'm still just gonna laugh. It's gonna be so fun. My friend DFTBA Darling, aka Nina, Vlog Life Nina, did a P4A on the Snuggles project. I don't think I've watched that one yet. The Snuggles project. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm excited that she did it. That's awesome. The very young, I want to say that she's 8 years old. Presley of Act Out Games did a P4A on the Gina Davis Institute on gender and media. What an awesome cause! Wow. Such a good idea.
That's
awesome. Tyler also did Liberty in North Korea. Tyler May. Madison Bowen, one of my collaborators for this Christmas Day thing I'm going to be doing, did a P4A on the U.S. Marine Corps Toys for Tots, which is awesome. I love that. Abigail did SOS Children's Villages. Adam the Alien. Oh, Adam the Alien, who I don't watch a lot of his videos, but he did a P4A on the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. That is such a good idea. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. Untapped Inkwell did NaNoWriMo. Asante the Artist did Scholar Chips. This is great. And she was also featured, which is awesome. Like around 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Amelia Berger did the National Resources Defense Council. Excellent. Fighting against climate change. Good. Yolanda did Define American, which is another one that really kind of struck home to me as somebody who was not born in the United States, but I'm a naturalized citizen. So, like, if I'd been born later, if I'd been born in a slightly different circumstance, I might not be a U.S. citizen. I might have been kicked out of the United States.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So I'm very into that Define American Project for Awesome. That was cool.
Right.
And then Katrina Eames did Freedom Guide Dogs. Love it. And Taylor Wolf snuck in a late P4A for a couple of different charities opposing domestic violence. It's awesome. These are all people that I've met in 2.5 years, and that's just so cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. I kind of wish I'd done my own Project for Awesome video this year. It just I totally didn't think about it until it was too late.
It's
next year.
It is a bit of a commitment because you can't just make videos that are like your normal videos. I guess you could. It's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But I felt compelled to try to make the best possible case for my charity.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's just for me, I can stand in front of a bunch of junk and just talk, and that's no big deal. But if it's for a charity, I wanted to actually make it look good.
Yeah, totally.
Value. Are there any charities in particular that you thought of?
I actually what I might have done if I'd thought about it soon enough was done another video for the exact same charity I did I did the video for the club at my school. I helped out with that, and I think it would have been really cool to do my own with them as well. Um, the charity is the National Organization for Disorders of the Corpus Callosum. And so it featured one of my friends who was born without a corpus callosum in her brain, which is what connects the two hemispheres.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a very specific charity.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's excellent. Is there a prevalence of that disorder, of those disorders?
Apparently it's pretty big, although a lot of times people are misdiagnosed because it's not very well known. And so then there's a very wide range of different symptoms, I guess. Like she just she can function relatively normally, but she's met people who are like in wheelchairs, who have to they can't eat on their own, stuff like that, who have the exact same thing as her. So it can be kind of hard to pin down.
Yeah, it sounds like it. My gosh, I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad that she has a less severe version, but it's a shame that I made it more difficult to diagnose.
Right.
Double-edged sword there.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It was very interesting to learn about.
Sorry, I'm having difficulty focusing. Literally focusing. What's wrong with my eyes? Come on, wake up, Paul. Here we go. Oh. Do you do anything with regards to I don't know, groups for in the rainbow community?
No, not particularly. There's a pride club at my school that I've looked into, but when I went to their website, it said that the A in LGBTQIA stood for ally.
No.
And I was like, oh, you guys.
Come on. That's awful.
Maybe I should go and set the record straight.
Yeah. Get in there and kick some butts.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the ace and arrow representation properly in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my roommate is ace, and so we were talking about giving it a try, but that kind of turned us away a little bit.
I mean, it's rough, and it's weird that I've thought of the 4-letter LGBT initialism probably for decades now. I've known about it for decades, and yet almost all of the activism that I see that attaches itself to that initialism is for gay people and lesbians.
Right.
Period. You actually have the other words in your tiny little acronym, and you're not even paying attention to them.
Yeah. Still invisible.
Let alone Q, I, A, nothing. Come on.
Right. Exactly.
It's rough.
Mm-hmm. It's getting better, though.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. That's the sort of comment that I can't make because I'm not a part of the marginalized group, so I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, in my experience, anyways, it's definitely getting better.
Excellent. I am by no means well educated on all the various queer topics, but I try to subscribe to a lot of YouTubers who know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. I subscribe to pretty much anytime Ashley Mardell comes out with a new video where she has guests. I'm on a subscribing marathon. Subscribe.
Yeah.
I think that's.
She's doing an Ace and Arrow video coming up pretty soon, and I'll be in it. So
that's awesome! Oh yeah,
yay!
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you get a lot of subscribers as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it was one of her ABCs of LGBT type videos where I found out about Milo Stewart.
Yes, Milo's great.
Milo's great. I'm looking forward to their participation. I think they're going to submit a video of themselves dancing for my Christmas Day video, which I'm very excited about. It's so fun.
They have some serious dance moves.
Excellent dance moves. It's the kind of inhibition that I wish that I could have. I really do.
I feel that.
Yeah. But in addition to the YouTubers where there I learn the stuff that I've learned, I also learned a lot from joining Tumblr a couple of years back and like actually paying attention to what was going on there. I don't understand why. I don't understand the people who are down on Tumblr as, I don't know, as a negative thing. I learned so much from Tumblr.
Oh, me too. It was like huge because I joined in high school and like I had no idea about like anything. Like I credit Tumblr with even like becoming a feminist, you know?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's weird that I think there's actually even a book that's called something like "It's Strange That You're Not a Feminist," because it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, just because of some bad propaganda, some lies from like the 70s and 80s, people are afraid to call themselves a feminist in 2015. I mean, it'd be like I don't know, being afraid to say that you oppose racism. I mean, I don't like racism, but I don't call myself an anti-racist because what the hell?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It is. I get all upset about it. Aside from Star Wars, which is awesome and coming up soon, is there other genre type stuff that's interesting to you?
Well, I'm really into web series.
Okay.
The fact that I made a web series, I follow a lot of those. I hardly even watch like Netflix or Hulu anymore, which used to be like my thing. Now it's just all web series.
Wow. So like, so for genre web series, what comes immediately to my mind is a Carmilla.
Carmilla's great.
Actually, I think you were telling me that there are some other people. Was it you? I forget. Somebody was telling me that there's other productions by the same people who are in Carmilla. So I need to look up that stuff. But what are the series you like?
There's a lot of those like literary web series that came around after the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Mm-hmm. And my favorite is called Nothing Much to Do, and it's based on Much Ado About Nothing. It's very well done.
I think you're Much Ado About. I mean, that's a comedy. Is the web series itself as funny?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Was that the film that Joss Whedon's friends all put together?
Is that the one that was in like black and white the whole time? Yeah, I think so.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I just have a distinct memory of Nathan Fillion saying over and over again that he was an ass, which is great. It's excellent.
Quality.
Good casting, good writing. Shakespeare's all right. He's okay. If you could do another web series besides your current one, I gotta check that out. If you could do another web series though besides your current one, is there another web series idea that you've had?
There's a web series that I've entirely written and I'm planning on filming over the summer. So
tell us about that. Come on, give us a little teaser.
It's based on The Wizard of Oz. And so it's like a modern day, like it's like a road trip story. Like Dorothy is like road tripping to find like her childhood home, and like she picks up these people along the way, and they all have really great like pun names. Like the Scarecrow is Claire Crow.
So, love it.
I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome. Do you already have your cast lined up? Are you going to play all the parts?
Yeah, I'll just jump back and forth. No, we have a few cast members so far, and we were actually trying to get it cast so that we could film over the winter break, but I wasn't able to get the word out in time, and so it just wasn't going to happen. So it'll be filmed over the summer instead.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot of people who are willing to act in your shows to choose from?
Not really. I'm not involved like in like the theater department at my school or anything. So I don't I've kind of just, for my first series, it was kind of just approaching people like, you seem like you'd be cool. Have you acted before? Like, and some of them hadn't, and they've done well, like learning to act on the show. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get together a good group for the Wizard of Oz series. We'll see. It's hard to find people.
That is really impressive. I mean, like what is this? What is the environment or circumstance in which you just go up to people and say, "Hey, would you like to be in a web series? I don't know anything about you."
Well, there was one girl in my class that I approached her because she's very like outgoing in class, and she was doing a Scottish accent, and it just like clicked because there was a point that one of the characters I'd written did a Scottish accent, and I was like, hey, she'd be cool. She'd be good. She'd be cool. And so I approached her, and she was like, yeah, that's totally my thing. So it just worked out like that.
So are your cast members always just people who were in your classes at school?
Not all of them. When we originally started the production, the way we found like our 4 original cast members was through a club on campus that was like kind of set up to help people put on productions. And so it was really great to have them. Like, we couldn't have done it without them helping us get started. So those people I didn't know before. I'd never seen before, but they just they were part of the club, and we found them, and yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have that resource. I guess the closest resource I have would be like going up to people at an event, like a VidCon or a playlist.
Right.
Lucky you having school resources.
Yeah,
to pull from.
that's huge.
That's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that the people that I meet in this area, because of like Google's Creator Day DC and Playlist had a DC thing that I went to, I'm hoping that some of these people we will mesh more and we'll be able to do more things together. But I don't know. There's a lot of niche YouTube production in this area that I was surprised to discover, and it doesn't really like I don't dislike them, but it doesn't seem to like fit with my style of vlogging about issues, about talking about intersectional feminism. They don't. They just don't. Like for some, apparently there's a big like car specific genre of YouTube creator.
Interesting.
I had no idea. I mean, I can imagine like somebody who tinkers around with cars, like maybe with engines and puts up like how-tos. I can see that. That's cool. But there are people who just like talk about cars and design and some how-to stuff. But it's like a whole thing. I don't think I can talk about cars for more than a few minutes. But apparently, there's an entire genre about it.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Who knew?
And then there was and then there are the a bit more predictable genres like beauty gurus and lifestyle vloggers. I met an ASMR vlogger, Dina Bina Chama, who I've stayed connected with on Twitter, and I subscribed to her YouTube. That's kind of cool.
That's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the very typical gamers. There were so many gamers at the Creator Day in DC. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's a big section of YouTube, but I just never go there. So it's weird to just kind of encounter it. For
sure. I've seen that they're going to have a lot more gaming stuff at VidCon this year too. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. My first thought when I saw that they were going to expand into some more event type stuff in the Marriott?
Yeah.
Was excitement because I'm going to be staying in the Marriott. I thought, oh, great. I don't even have to go down to the other convention center. I can just go to this stuff in my hotel. But I think all the stuff that's going to be in the Marriott is going to be about gaming.
Yeah, I think so.
That's...
Oh, well.
Oh well. I guess maybe at least they'll be not in my way as I'm trying to go through the center itself, the proper.
Mhm.
And there are also some food related creators, which excited me for a little bit because I was hoping that some of them were going to be like vegan or vegetarian YouTubers. One of them actually is Crunchy Scott. I met a guy whose YouTube thing is Crunchy Scott, and that's awesome.
It's a great name.
It is a great name, and he did like a vegan Thanksgiving foods review, which was awesome.
Are you vegan?
I'm a vegetarian who leans toward vegan, but I have trouble with dairy, so I tend to eat vegan just because it's safer.
Gotcha. I'm a vegetarian too.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So many of my friends are vegetarian or like pop in and out of vegetarianism.
Mm-hmm.
The roughest is when one of my friends is vegan and has like celiac disease or something else that prevents them from eating gluten.
Yeah.
They can't eat anything.
That sounds like a challenge.
It is so rough. Probably Sarah. No, Josie. Somebody I can't remember last name. Was at VidCon this past year, and was having the hardest time finding anything to eat because she can't eat gluten.
Wow.
It was rough.
Yeah.
I kind of forget that because I'm not a strict vegan, I can just go to one of the food trucks, and if it has cheese on it, I'll deal.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some people who just can't do that.
Right.
Oh well. Oh, Emmy from the Brain Scoop is now on the P Frey live stream. Emily Grassley.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I don't even watch Brain Scoop all that regularly anymore. I just love that it exists.
Yeah.
And I really, really like Emily Grassley's personality.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So occasionally I'll just tune in like to just watch her talk about some stuff, and then I'll kind of cringe at all of the dissection and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Same.
Oh, my favorite. You mentioned earlier the difficulty with talking about feminism on YouTube. My favorite is when she does Q&As and she talks about the sexist stuff that she has to deal with as somebody who works in the sciences now.
Right.
That is, it's awful, but it's also like right up my alley. I want to hear about that stuff. I want to find out just how bad it is and then share that information with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I think she did a panel at VidCon about that or something. I didn't go, but I remember hearing about it. It looked good.
If she did a panel about that specifically, I didn't go to it either. I did go to a Brain Scoop panel in 2014, which I think was the first panel that she'd been on because Brain Scoop was just beginning at that point.
Right.
It was still young, and she was awesome. She was great.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little bit weird because she talked about how being a woman in sciences on YouTube, basically being like a kind of celebrity female scientist, meant that she had to kind of balance what she wanted to share about her femininity with the people who are coming to her and asking her questions. Like she didn't want it to just be, hey, I'm a scientist, let's talk about dresses. She wanted it to be, let's talk about all the things that I have to deal with in my life. But on the other hand, she didn't want to discount the fact that she does have femininity as part of her personality. So, she does in fact shop for jewelry in some places. She does in fact go out and get dresses occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
She felt like she was in a position where she had to kind of both defend the fact that she has some femininity, but also she is not defined by her femininity.
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah. That's why I admire her a heck of a lot, and she's really cool about that. Yeah. Did you attend any of the workshops at the last VidCon?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the workshops. I went to the Women on YouTube one, which was really good.
Who was your group leader there?
Haley G. Hoover.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cool.
She is awesome.
She's very smart and snarky and hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I feel like she hasn't made a video in a while, though.
It's been a minute. It has.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But I mean, I discovered Haley G. Hoover long after she was a consistent video uploader.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like people would like Lex Croucher and Rosianna Ross would talk about Haley G. Hoover, and I went to her channel and I subscribed, all excited, and then like nothing for months.
Yeah. Were you ever around for Five Awesome Girls, or was that before your time on YouTube?
That was before my time.
Wow.
But like independent of that, I think that I've like discovered each of the girls independently. And like, I mean, I know like Christina Horner, I know Lauren Fairweather, I know Haley G. Hoover. Who else was in there? Who were the other, who were 4 and 5?
Kaylee Hyde.
Oh yes, Haley Hyde. I followed her as well.
The last girl, I think her name was Leanne. I don't think she ever did videos on like her own channel, really.
Right.
For a long time.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I want to say that earlier this year there was a little Five Awesome Girls reunion, but it was only the 4 of the ones who kept on YouTube.
Right.
But that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, they self-labeled correctly because they're all awesome.
Yeah, it's accurate.
I can't remember. I feel like maybe Lauren Fairweather says that 5 Awesome Gays were created as a response to 5 Awesome Girls, or if it was the other way around. I think the gays came second.
I think so too. Yeah. And they had 5 Awesome Guys as well for a little while.
I am wholly unfamiliar with 5 Awesome Guys, but 5 Awesome Gays is very cool. And I think that was like a part of Tyler Oakley's rise to fame.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Who were in 5 Awesome Guys?
It was like Charlie McDonnell and Alex Day.
Okay, so that name was wrong. That name was incorrect.
And I think a few others who don't do YouTube anymore, I guess, or who never like got as big. I don't remember.
Do you think getting big is important to continue with YouTube?
Not at all.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on for 5 years, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't just say it for other people's benefit. I also say it to remind myself that I've only been on YouTube for a couple of years. I am very much still a noob. Like I am so proud and happy of what I've been able to accomplish with my newbie status. But like I'm only a couple of years old on YouTube. I don't know anything.
Right. How'd you get into YouTube?
About 2.5 years ago, I was I was going through this weird bout of giving my friends relationship advice. So the people would be talking to me about the women, mostly women, would be telling me about the guys that they were dating or trying to date or looking to date. And I would tell them, this guy isn't treating you very well, or you should be true to yourself about this, etc. And apparently my advice was pretty good because all of my friends who I was giving this advice to would tell me, Paul, you were right about this. I'm glad that I listened to you because sure enough, this is what he did, etc. And after a few weeks of that, like it was a weird period of my life where for a few weeks I was just giving out that advice to lots of people. One of my friends who I helped out, Katie, she told me that I should I should do some sort of like relationship advice column, like in a newspaper. And I thought about that, but I had just started seeing a couple of things on YouTube. Like I hadn't even subscribed to anybody yet. I was just seeing like some viral videos on YouTube, and I thought that would be an interesting platform to use for an advice type column. And so I started off by making some relationship, sex, and dating advice videos. And my shtick was that I would only do them with somebody else. So somebody else would have to join me and say their perspective on things, while I gave my perspective on things, so that it wasn't just like a one-sided opinion about a relationship issue. And that went, I mean, it went pretty well. I think I got like 350 subscribers, and I had quite a few views, and it was nice. But it was really hard for me to edit those videos. When it's just me, I can edit down my video just fine. Like I know what I can cut out, and it doesn't bother me. It's whatever.
Mhm.
But when it's me talking with somebody else and I have to edit it down, I feel bad about cutting out what they said.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I have to be like very careful about how I edit it, and then I feel like I don't want to misrepresent them. So I always felt compelled to share them the video first and say, hey, can you review this video and tell me if it's okay for me to post on the internet? It was like a lot of steps that maybe I didn't need to take, but I took anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was very arduous. And at one point in September of the year that I'd started, I thought, well, I'm just going to put up a video. I'm just going to start putting up some videos on my own because I want to keep on posting stuff on the internet about my opinions and help out people if I can. But I don't want to have to wait on a partner in order to get this done. So yeah, that was September of 2013 is when I started doing videos on my own, vlogs on my own. And my goal has pretty much stayed the same, which is that I want to help people.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not just helping people with relationships; it's helping people with social issues in general.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, my relationship show was called "It's Probably You," and a lot of times, my advice in response to people who were giving me questions about their relationships was, what you're experiencing right here is sexism, or is a form of gaslighting, or you're dealing with some internalized misogyny here that's keeping you from having positive relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So to go from that to just talking about the issues in general was a pretty easy transition.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Do I hear a dog in your area?
I think my dogs want to come in my room.
That's cool. I want to see your dog.
Okay, I'll go get one. This is Milton.
Oh.
I don't think he likes being picked up. He's trying to step on my computer.
Oh no. Oh no. How old is Milton?
He's 14. Milton, can you get down a little bit? He's not into this.
I see that, but he's adorable. He has now taken over your screen.
He has. Hey Milton, can we just be right here? Just right here. That's good. Yeah, he's a good dog.
Oh, what a cutie. You said one of them, so you have more than one dog.
Yes.
Is the other one the weird mix, or is this the mix?
Yes. The other one's the weird mix.
What is Milton?
He's just some kind of spaniel mix, probably mostly Cocker Spaniel.
I can see in the ears.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I'm pretty easy to please. I could just watch Milton sitting around.
I do that a lot, really.
I mean, I do that with my dog as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can I see your dog and we can just have a dog party? Okay,
absolutely.
Milton.
Drew.
Milton really wants to stand on the table.
I see that. Drew, are you gonna come?
What did you do?
She might be old. She might be sleeping right now.
Oh.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Milton, why?
I'm not sure that my situation is going to be any better. Come here, Drew. Good girl. Oh. gosh. Oh.
Oh.
She's not into this.
Clearly not. Oh, I love dogs.
Oh, okay. How about if I do this?
Milton.
No. It's okay, Drew.
Oh.
It's all here. It's okay. I've done this before. It's all right.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Now we're. Oh no.
I think Milton's a little dumb.
Oh, I
with
tried.
this. Yeah. That was fun. Dogs are great.
There was a time when my dog would just do anything to get into my lap, and now she's not about it.
Not interested.
Not interested.
Oh.
Oh well, but you saw her.
Yeah, I did. Flailing. She's adorable.
She's also heavier than I remember. Man, she's like I think she's like 60 pounds now.
Oh wow.
Yep, she's up there.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like twice the size of my dog.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of anticipate that it was going to be a bad idea, but I thought I would give it a shot.
Yeah. How long have you had her?
Oh gosh, let me think here. I have had her for 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 years in August, and I adopted her when she was about a year old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit winded.
When you got a 60-pound dog fighting back like that, that'll do it.
I mean, I think she was less fighting with me and more fighting to like get her footing.
Oh yeah.
She really hates it when she's not grounded with all four paws on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same struggle trying to get her into the bathtub to give her a bath.
Oh no.
Which she's due for. I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that as well. I might actually give her a bath while I'm listening to the P4A later on today.
Yeah, there you go. Milton and Herbie used to hate getting baths, but they've gotten to the point where they'll just like walk on and jump on in. It's amazing.
That's awesome. For a little while, I thought Drew was getting there because I would like give her a little treat when she jumped into the bathtub, and she was getting into it. We were giving her a bath once a month, and then I don't know. I think she just grew out of it. I think she just grew so big that she feels less comfortable in the tub now.
That makes sense.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Are you a Christmas music fan?
I am, very much so.
Excellent. What kind of songs do you like?
My favorite is probably Sleigh Ride.
Okay.
And part of that's because I've played it in band for years, and so like actually being a part of it is a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like any contemporary Christmas music?
I mean, All I Want for Christmas Is You is always a good choice.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is such a good choice. I think I read an article. Yeah, I read an article this year about why it's going to be a Christmas classic forever.
It really is.
Somebody went through the trouble of actually like sitting down and analyzing why it works so well as a Christmas carol. I don't even know if it was like a legitimate argument, but it was just, I don't know. I like the song, so I'm willing to read the article.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm pretty sure I tweeted it out too.
I should check that out.
Oh, how about Christmas movies? Do you have any Christmas movies that you watch every year?
I like How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the like live action one with Jim Carrey.
The Jim Carrey one, really?
Yeah. I think it's just because I grew up with it, so like it has like the childhood nostalgia factor.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the animated one?
I think I have, but it's been a really long time.
Interesting. Like I have childhood memories of seeing the animated one from like the 50s or 60s or whatever they made. Maybe it was the 70s. And I also have like a slight trauma associated with it because in high school, for whatever reason, my AP English class decided they wanted to do a production of how the Grinch Stole Christmas, and like unanimously the class voted that I should play the Grinch.
Oh.
So, like, come on.
Oh.
At least let me volunteer for it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I recited the part of the Grinch in my senior year at high school.
Wow.
Despite that, I have become a Christmassy person.
So you're not a Grinch.
I am not a Grinch. I am an anti-Grinch. Or my heart grew 3 sizes at some point and it's never reduced again.
There you go.
I have a chronic heart problem with Christmas. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions for me?
I could just come up with some. I could just.
Sure.
Okay. What YouTuber do you look up to the most?
Ooh, that's a good one. What YouTuber do I look up to the most? Maybe Wheezy Waiter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do wish that he would do more social issue stuff, but
Right.
he's very true to himself and he's a very decent person, which is nice. But I feel like that's the person I look up to should be somebody who's more socially active. So for that purpose, I'd probably say Lex Croucher, I think, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lex Croucher is socially active. She's a vegan. She is hilarious. She's a consistent YouTuber. She is concerned with the welfare of other people in the YouTube community. Yeah, a lot of what she does is stuff that I very much look up to.
Good choice.
That's my answer. How about yourself? Who do you look up to in the YouTube community?
Probably Connor Manning.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He has a lot of really good videos. Like his advice always is really solid.
Do you follow him on Tumblr?
Yeah, I do.
His answers to the asks that he gets are great.
Mm-hmm.
They're really great. I like that he is very empowering. He doesn't try to pretend to be some sort of expert that he's not.
Right.
But he's, it's very evident that how much he cares for the people who follow him online. Mm-hmm. And that's great. I also like the fact that he actively opposes stigma on drug use and mental illness.
Right. Awesome
stuff.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Have you met him?
I met him super briefly at VidCon. It was in kind of more of a creator versus fan environment than I would have liked because he was already kind of surrounded by fans and I went up and introduced myself. But I would prefer to get the chance to meet him on a more even playing field, if that makes sense.
It definitely does make sense. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be at VidCon again this year since he's living in LA now.
Right.
So you'll probably get a chance to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
If the three of us are within each other's vicinity, I'll be happy to give you an introduction to him if you like.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
I mean, not that I'm buddies with him, but we have interacted online. Sending him a Christmas card.
Oh.
I met him in Baltimore when that Katie Rose from Australia came to visit. So she was going to meet up with Connor, and I went over to meet both of them because they were both YouTube friends of mine at the time, and I hadn't met either of them yet. Mm-hmm. And we hung out at I think maybe the Olive Garden. We hung out someplace that had pizza. Oh no, California Pizza Kitchen. We hung out at California Pizza Kitchen for a little while.
That's awesome.
Just chatted, and it was cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's in general, I find it far preferable to meet up with someone who has any sort of celebrity status in a place that doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the best.
Yeah. I haven't really gotten the opportunity to meet any YouTubers outside of VidCon. There's not really any in my area that I know.
I'm not sure what your area is. Are you still in
The
Texas?
Austin area.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's surprising.
There were some Austin YouTubers, like John Cozart is from here, but they all move out to LA.
I mean, that is the trend. But like Austin is such like a cool, eclectic, weird little area.
I know.
You'd think that would foster people wanting to get online and talk about stuff.
Yeah, you'd think so. All I've really seen here consistently is Rooster Teeth.
Oh yeah. Maybe they've got the market on it then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like your viewers or people who are new to you to know about you that is not obvious?
That's a great question. I have no idea. It's a very good question.
It's one of those questions where when I formulate it, I try to make sure that I have an answer for myself in mind before I ask the question.
Okay, what's your answer? Maybe it'll inspire me.
I mean, my answer though is like a go-to answer, which is when people just see my channel and they see me talking about like geeky stuff or whatever, I don't know if they know that I am concerned about the rights of disabled people, the rights of trans folk, the rights of, well, basically anything that's covered under the umbrella term of intersectional feminism. And it's why I kind of try to say it over and over again. But this year, I was kind of accused of hiding how old I am online.
Really?
Which has never happened. Yeah. Because I don't explicitly tell people that I'm 40 years old. At least I hadn't before this year. Mostly because I didn't think it mattered. Like
Right.
I think it matters if you're trying to enter into some sort of like intimate relationship with somebody. Like if you want to date someone, or if you like want to become like good best friends with them, then it'd be weird if they didn't know how old you were, because that's a part of like what makes up who you are. But I didn't figure it was something that I needed to tell the internet at large until I was accused of essentially trying to keep it a secret, to like that I was pretending to be younger than I actually was. So now I try to make sure that I tell that to everybody immediately, as soon as I start engaging with them anywhere. And I like put it on all of my bios all over the internet, because I don't want to be accused of keeping that a secret, because I'm not keeping it a secret.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. But the more people I encounter, the more I try to be considerate of things that don't matter to me. Yeah, I think that's how I put it. I've basically like a beginner's guide to empathy is be considerate of things that don't matter to you. That's like, then you're at least acting empathic, even if you aren't feeling what it's about. And then as you do that, you kind of figure out, oh well, as I'm acting more considerate, I'm learning why it's important. So I do that a lot. I mean, lots of people will ask me to I don't know, slightly alter my behavior or my words, or whatever, in order to be more considerate of their issues, whatever they are going through, or whatever issues they have internalized. And I like that. I mean, it makes me learn a lot, and it makes me learn more about people than I would from just observing them.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's me. I want people to know that I'm an intersectional feminist and that I'm old. Those are the things that people wouldn't necessarily know about me.
Fair enough.
Inspire you at all?
I mean, the intersectional feminist thing, like that too, for me as well. Like, that's a pretty significant, like I spend lots of time on Tumblr, like learning about all the new stuff, you know? And so I don't know if that comes across in my videos as much, but it's definitely important to me.
Do you know that I actually literally will think to myself on my regular schedule, not during December, but on my regular schedule, I'll think to myself, when was the last time I talked about um, transphobia? Or when was the last time I talked about racism? When was the last time I talked about ableism? And if it's been a while since I've brought up those issues in my video, I will specifically try to think if there's like a current topical thing that I can address in a video that covers that topic, because I want to address all those topics.
Right. That's smart.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
Well, I mean, especially with, I don't know if you've seen Asante's video about people of color and black people in Nerdfighteria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that she had verbalized something that a lot of people have thought about. I've thought about as well, about how white Nerdfighteria is.
Right.
And immediately I thought to myself, when was the last time I talked about racism?
Mm-hmm.
Am I talking about that enough? Although as a postscript to that anecdote, Asante did say, Paul, you talk about racism fine. You talk about it.
That's great.
That's reassuring. Thank you, Asante.
Yeah. Her video was so, like, that was so important. I'm really glad she made that video.
I'm so glad as well. I mean, it's weird because on the one hand, I almost feel like that is a scary thing to talk about. And but then immediately I react to that thought with, why? Why is that scary to talk about? It's literally making observations about reality and how there are problems in reality.
Absolutely.
That shouldn't be a controversial thing. It should be okay. And yet, the fact that I had that knee-jerk reaction to think, ooh, this is a controversial video, that itself tells me something about the environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, it was a hell of a video. And I mean, I also could have answered that question about who I admire as a YouTuber with Asante, because she's doing all sorts of stuff that just like blows me away.
Absolutely, yeah. I know that video was really eye-opening for me as like a white nerd fighter. I was like, oh my God, that makes sense.
I mean, I am a person of color, although I am a light-skinned person of color, and I've always felt reluctant to call myself a nerd fighter for a variety of reasons, but not the least of which was that it has always felt like a white person's environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even realized that. And that's privilege.
It's true.
I was really glad to learn about it.
It's kind of telling, I think, that even in our current environment, it is easier for somebody of any other sort of marginalization to kind of climb to the top than somebody who is not white.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are gay, you can absolutely get to the top of the subscriber counts. Doesn't hurt you. If you're bi, maybe people won't believe you for a while, but you could still climb up to the top of the subscriber counts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a black person, or if you are a South Asian person, or if you are a Hispanic person, I mean, there are definitely some people who are like KSI has tons of subscribers, and he is a black YouTuber. Yoga Lattes is huge. She's Asian, but it almost feels like you have to be within specific genres or something in order to be able to make it to the top.
Right.
It's weird.
For sure.
What did you think? Oh, that actually reminds me. What did you think of the YouTuber wine video?
Oh, I thought it was weird how few people I recognized.
Yes.
Which is what everybody else is saying too.
I mean, everybody else, within our smaller channels.
Well, yeah.
Certainly. We were all saying the same thing. Who is this person? Why do I only recognize 30% of these people?
Exactly.
I mean, I am so oblivious of larger YouTubers that I didn't even realize it was Markiplier at first. I thought it was Neil McNeil.
Oh, yeah.
Because they both have that pink hair and the glasses.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
And then I was vindicated because Neil McNeil himself tweeted out that Markiplier was stealing his brand. That was great.
That's funny. Yeah. I watch as a select few large YouTubers, and I know who a lot of them are just because of the community and like VidCon, and a lot of my friends are into like the really big YouTubers. So
Yeah, likewise. My own viewing patterns tend to be, if I'm going to be watching a larger channel, it's probably related in some fashion to either PBS Digital or DFTBA.
mm-hmm.
Those tend to be the bigger channels that I watch. Like I watch the Vlog Brothers, obviously.
Yeah.
I watch Brain Scoop. And actually, something that stood out to me for the YouTube Rewind, I don't think I saw anybody from Nerdfighteria or PBS Digital in that YouTube Rewind video.
That's true.
Which is weird because they are actually big YouTube channels.
Right. Interesting. You're totally right.
Yeah. I saw Hannah Hart, which is great.
Yes.
And Ingrid. But I didn't see Hank Green.
Nope.
I didn't see Mike Rignetta. That was weird.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how they like get it together and choose who's going to be in it.
I do not know. But during last night's Project for Awesome, at some point, Hank and John were both piloting robots at an LA YouTube party.
Okay.
So one of those things where there's like an iPad on top of a pole on top of a Segway type thing. They were controlling those, like driving around inside of the YouTube Space LA party.
Oh, wow.
It was really weird.
That's
it was
so funny.
It was so weird. But apparently they did that because that way their faces could be included in a big YouTube photo shoot.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Along with other YouTubers. So that's one way they would include them.
Yeah. Very high-tech way.
It is high-tech.
On
the one hand, I kind of wish that I could do that. Like, it would be neat if I could explore a YouTube space like that, since I don't have enough subscribers to get in.
Right.
But on the other hand, it seems so. I mean, it's kind of literally dehumanizing.
Right. Yeah. That's so interesting. Do you know how many subscribers you have to get into the spaces?
Yeah. For New York and London, you need to have 5,000 subscribers. For LA, you need to have 10,000 subscribers.
Gotcha.
And that's not just to get into the space. That's to specifically use the studios and their resources and whatnot. If they're having a general event like a happy hour or a mixer event, then generally speaking, anybody can come in as long as they can prove that they have an active YouTube channel. Yeah. This is what I've been told, and so I want to at some point either go to New York's space or LA's space to just hang out in one of those happy hours.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of fun.
I'm a very anxious person, so I don't know how much fun I'd have, but I do think that I would meet a couple of people,
right?
And maybe make some friends, connections, etc. That could be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Catherine Green and Hank and Catherine's cat is now on the live stream. That's so cool. I met Catherine Green at a VidCon as well.
Oh,
we were both attending one of those outside festival stage concerts. She's cool. I like her a lot. It's interesting how she's obviously so like John's wife is Sarah, Hank's wife is Catherine, and John for the longest time called his wife the Yeti because she was never on screen, but then she became part of the art assignment, and now she's as well seen on the internet as John probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as much, but she's well seen.
Yeah.
But Hank's wife, Catherine, she's always been kind of there in the background or occasionally on the edges of their videos, but she's never had any sort of spotlight, and she still avoids the spotlight. It's interesting to me.
So she's become the Yeti.
Yes, she's become the Yeti. I wonder if they've ever mentioned that. I should ask them that question in the Peter Frey live stream.
Yeah.
Has Catherine taken the title of the Yeti now?
Seems appropriate.
Although she might be on the gaming channels. I never watched the gaming channels.
That's true. I think she might be.
Has YouTube affected your life offline as well?
Um, I think doing YouTube videos has helped me be more confident. Which I've heard a lot of people say that, but like just speaking and like thinking through how to say things and then putting them out, I think it helped me a lot.
Were you particularly shy or reserved before getting into YouTube?
Yes, absolutely. And I still have that tendency. Um, but I'm definitely a lot more confident than I used to be and getting more outgoing. I'm working on it.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if the same is true for me. I don't know. I mean, first of all, I'm still a very anxious person around people offline.
Right.
Uh, I I can very often just like be quiet and not say anything amidst a group of people because I'm a little bit anxious about it. Um, but on the other hand, even before I got into YouTube, I had consciously decided years ago that if I want to be able to be a successful person in business, in life, in social interactions, that even if I feel awful about it, if I feel like nervous or anxious or like I don't know what I'm talking about, even if I feel that way, I should still act confident no
Hmm.
matter what.
Fake
Just
it till you make it. Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. Um, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
That's
Um,
good.
I'm pretty open about it on my YouTube channel, but there are people who I know offline who don't know that about my YouTube channel, and they only know me from my offline interactions. And
Mhm.
when I tell them that I am socially anxious, that I'm an introvert, that I don't particularly like talking in front of people, they're oftentimes surprised. So I'm
Mhm.
doing a pretty good job of faking it.
Yeah, that's good.
And YouTube itself is definitely an exercise in keeping up that skill set.
Hmm. For sure.
Mind you,
I
I'll still have interactions with people where I think that I'm being okay, like a normal human being with them, and then I won't know how to react to a thing that happens. Um, usually with regards to jokes and sarcasm, I'm not very good at
Mhm.
picking up on jokes and sarcasm, especially if it's just text.
Oh yeah, me neither.
I see on Twitter a YouTuber that I follow, Joey Nano, literally just tweeted, "Being a YouTuber means sometimes the idea bank runs low, and you literally just sit in front of the camera in silence." Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I absolutely have been there. That's so true.
I still have to make my letters to Santa for tomorrow, and I'm
Mhm.
not sure I'm going to do it about. I think I might actually need to leave my apartment and go out and like look at Christmassy things.
That's fun.
It is fun, but it makes me anxious that I'm just not spending enough time making Christmas cards.
Hmm. Gotcha.
Uh, but on that note, I actually do need to get going to do exactly that, to write Christmas
Christmas
cards.
cards. All
Yeah.
right.
I hope that you've had fun during this.
I have definitely.
Awesome. We should do this again at a time when you are not overscheduled and there is not a Project for Awesome happening.
I agree.
This was great. Do you, when you're doing your vlogs, do you have a regular sign off that you use to end your videos?
Um, I do have one that I've been doing for years, but I'm not like very attached to it. Like I keep trying to come up with something to replace it with. Um,
What is it?
it's just thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.
It's
So
clear,
yeah,
it's short, it's to the point, it's understandable. But yes, I understand if you want to rebrand your outro to somehow better suit your personality or your
yeah.
YouTube identity. I get it. I get it.
Hmm.
I've gone through like 7 or 8 various variations on how I wanted to end my videos. I am very happy with my current one, and that's what I'm going to use to end this. And that is, of course, thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow will be even better. Bye.